Hi, this is a walkthrough for Ivy Tech students to show you how to access our tutoring resources that are available in your MyIvy account. If you're a dual credit student, you have access to the same resources that students on campus do. You'll access that at myivy.ivytech.edu. If you have not yet set up your MyIvy account, there is a link in the description below to a video that will walk you through how to set up your MyIvy account using your dual enroll information that's available where you registered for classes in dualenroll.com. Go ahead and log in. You'll see your MyIvy homepage when you log in. There are a couple of ways to access the tutoring resources. We do have tutoring available at our local campuses. So you could find that through your tutoring link. If you just type tutoring up in the search criteria, you could find those tutoring resources. I have saved it as a favorite, so it'll show up right here. So if I click that, it'll load some information about our local Ivy Tech tutoring options. So you could choose your campus in the drop-down menu and then find some information about how to connect to an in-person tutor here on campus. We do have walk-in appointments available for math and English subjects. You can reach out by phone or email and find other information about how to access tutoring as well. Today, we're going to learn about our new Brainfuse online tutoring options. So I'll show you where to find that in your MyIvy account. That is in our Ivy Learn Canvas portal. So you'll click the Ivy Learn portal right in the middle of your quick links page. That'll take you over to Ivy Learn, which is our Canvas portal. Within Ivy Learn, you'll want to click on the Resources tab over on the left-hand menu. And then in that Resources menu, look for the Ivy Learn Student Resource Center. So this is our Student Resource Center where you can find a variety of helpful resources. But over on the left-hand side, one of those helpful resources is free online tutoring. So click that, and that will give you the link to the Brainfuse button. So Brainfuse is what we're using these days. You always want to make sure to access Brainfuse through your Ivy Learn MyIvy account. I will put a direct link to this Brainfuse page in the description below as well. So if you're logged into MyIvy already, that'll take you right to this page. But you'll want to click that link through MyIvy to make sure you're connected to your Ivy Tech account. So this is the Brainfuse homepage. You can see the Ivy Tech logo up in the top, which makes sure you have access to things free of charge, so you're not paying for any of those services. I will link in the description below to the Brainfuse user guide that you'll see here. Lots of helpful information in the user guide, but we'll go over some of the basic things today. So the two most helpful things are right up top here, and that's live help for a particular class, and then the writing lab. So if you are accessing some online tutoring to get help in a specific class, you could choose the topic to start with. So if I need help in my math class, I'm going to scroll down to mathematics. And then in the subject field, you can see there's some general areas, so algebra or calculus, basic math. But you can also scroll down and choose a specific class at Ivy Tech. If you choose that class, let's say I need help in my college algebra class, you could check tutor availability, and it's going to let you know for Math 136 college algebra, tutors are available 24/7, which is really helpful. There are certain classes, let's check finite math, where you might see availability is a little more limited. So in this case, finite math, they have tutors available Monday through Friday evening, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So you'll want to double check that to see when folks are available and make sure you access it when there are folks live and available online. You do have this preferences indicator as well. If you would like to receive tutoring in Spanish, you could check that first box. Tutoring with audio, you could check that second box as well. Down at the bottom, it's going to give you an indicator in green of how many minutes of tutoring services you have left. So you could see 1,500 minutes per semester is what's offered for Ivy Tech students. If you happen to reach that usage cap and run out of minutes, just reach out to your Ivy Tech team and we can get more minutes added. But that's just a baseline initially that you have that amount of time per semester. So once you have your subject checked, you can go and click that connect button and it will connect you to a live tutor that you can then chat with if you've chosen the chat option just to be able to type questions, or if you've chosen this tutoring with audio, that would allow you to actually speak back and forth with the tutor to ask questions if you have access to a microphone or a headset. The other option that's really helpful is the option to use the writing lab to submit a paper for review. So it'll let you know you'll receive a reply within 24 hours. So you need to give them at least 24 hours to review that paper before you need it back. But you can click that option. It'll give you an option to choose what type of paper you're working on. So if it's an academic paper, if it's admissions essay. If it's a resume cover letter, you have a lot of different types you can choose. And then it'll ask you to choose specifically what writing format you're required to adhere to. And then you could choose a couple of different areas that you would like them to double check for you or give you feedback on. Any other additional instructions that you've received for the assignment can go here. So that's really helpful for context for folks. And then you have the option to upload that file. Any other comments that you'd like to add here, just so the reviewer is aware of that information is helpful. So once everything's uploaded, you've added your comments, go ahead and click submit. And then you'll receive your result in the message center within 24 hours. So the message center link is there. You can also find the message center with the envelope icon up top on each page. So be sure to check back in at that message center once you have received some feedback on your paper. There are a variety of other academic tools available through Brainfuse that you could check out down here as well. We've got some live skills building with the library. We have some assessment or testing options, which are really helpful here. The option to create some flashcards, some tests and games, practice materials can be helpful. Live help for language learners. There's an option to schedule study sessions with friends, which can be beneficial. Some additional tools available within that. And then the brainwave as well. So feel free to check those tools out and use those as much as it is helpful for you.